such as, but not limited to, A. Construction of refugee camps for the internally displaced people. B. Providing the Red Crosses and Oxfam International's full support. C. Urging Zimbabwe, Angola, and Namibia for financial support against the M23 movement. You may proceed.
Point of personal privilege.
Please state your point.
Could you please enlarge the scroll down slightly? Scroll up slightly.
Can you make it one?
So, we decided to submit this clause because as we had the great honor to listen to the ambassador of the Democratic Republic of Congo, we thought it was a great thing to do to listen to what she said and actually put it into action. Therefore, that is why armed forces would not at all be present in this clause, as the ambassador made it very clear that already they would want the UN peacekeepers out of their country, and therefore it would be useless and stress the Democratic Republic even further than they are right now to add even more peacekeepers. Furthermore, we understood that the Congolese priority was IDPs, or internally displaced people, as in civilians who are not only being assaulted, threatened, murdered in horrible ways, but in the other cases do not have a home and have lost their families or anybody they know. Therefore, we think it's really important to actually build refugee camps where the internally displaced people could eventually find their relatives or somebody, or have their basic needs such as medicine and food, clothes, and shelter, most importantly. We also know that Zimbabwe, Angola, and Namibia support the Congolese government. Therefore, we thought they could provide as much as they can or want to help the Congolese government against the M23 movement, as our priority, as much as Congolese government and as much I think is Zimbabwe's, Angola's, and Namibia's, is to assure that the civilians are safe and far from the M23 rebels who would just murder, slaughter, and torture them in the best case. And yeah, as the ambassador made it clear that they do not want our armed forces, we specifically exclude them from our clause, specifying that NGOs such as the Red Cross and Oxfam International
Please come to a conclusion.
would be much more helpful than armed forces. Thank you.
Thank you. Are you open to any points of information?
You know.
Are there any such points in the House? Please raise your placard side. Australia followed by South Korea.
What's the reason that the delegation of Luxembourg thinks that Zimbabwe, Angola, and Namibia will support and give money? Because countries do not suddenly give money to other countries. There has to be a very good reason for that.
A very good reason for it would be that they have stated that they support the Congolese government. Therefore, we are assuming that instead of only verbal support or support that's written on paper, they could also financially support the Congolese government, as it would be a bit more concrete and helpful than just saying that they're supporting it.
Okay, thank you.
You said that your government said there will be no soldiers, no peacekeeping forces in the Democratic Congo. So who is going to protect the refugee camps?
Well, we think that as for now, the peacekeepers that are in Congo and the UN doesn't want to remove could eventually protect the Red Cross and Oxfam International as they do their job. But we definitely do not want any more armed forces, if at all, on the battlefield, as it was made clear that they're not needed.
Following. So when the peacekeeping forces leave, who is going to protect them? Because the Congo government's soldiers have to be busy with M23 forces, right?
Well, hopefully we are going to resolve the conflict quickly so that when the armed forces leave the country, and not only the battlefield, that will be because there's no need for them anymore, because there will be no fighting.
Okay, thank you, Dylan.
Is the delegate open to any other points of information?
And
Are there any such in the House, please? There's no placards. Aye. Okay, seeing that, now you may yield the floor to the chair.
so yielded.
We're now in closed debate. The chair says debate time for this amendment 5 minutes for and 5 minutes against. And now we're in the time in favor of the amendment. So are there any delegates wishing to speak in favor of the amendment?